Hi everyone. Today we'll have a review on factoring, which is part of the Solving Quadratics video tutorial series. And this is the first part. So, quadratic equations can be solved by factoring. Of course, most of you have already heard about factoring, already done factoring. So, this is just a review. So, when you are factoring, what do you always look for? You will always look for what you call the GCF. GCF stands for the greatest common factor. But how do you solve for the greatest common factor? Most of the students will think, oh, I just have to think for numbers. So basically that's easy. But how about if you're dealing with different kinds of numbers? Not just small numbers, but slightly bigger numbers. But so this is the easiest thing to do it. So if we're gonna look at, say, for example, you have 12. So if I'm going to look for the factors of 12, I will use what we call the factor tree. So my 12 can easily be divided by what number other than 1 in itself, or other than 1? I would say 2. So if you divide 12 by 2, that gives you 6. So that means 2 times 6 gives you 12. Can you still break down 6? Yes. So that would be what? 2 times 3 gives you 6. So we cannot further break down 3. So if you look at this pretty much looks like a 3. So this tree will then have roots. So what are the roots? You have 2, 2, and 3. So you can say 12 have factors of 2 times 2 times 3. Now what about 18? So still using the factor tree, you have 18. Of course, that's 2 and 9. That's 2 times 9, 18. We can still break down 9 as 3 times 3. And that's it. We're done. So what are the roots of the tree? You have 2, 3, and 3. So that makes 18 as 2 times 3 times 3. So now how do you solve the greatest common factor of 12 and 18? So if you look at it, we have 2 and 2 as common. We have 3 and 3 as common. So if we multiply 3 and 2, that will give us 6. So 6 is the GCF, or the greatest common factor of 12 and 18. So if we are to solve problem number 1 using factoring, of course we can already use 6 as the greatest common factor. So let me go ahead and write it down. So I have 12k minus 18. So of course 12 can be divided by 6. So that gives me 2. Of course, we'll just copy the variable. And 18 is divisible by 6. That gives you 3, right? So the answer would be 6 times the quantity of 2k minus 3. This is your factor. So how do we check if we got the answer right? Of course, by distributive property, 6 times 12, or 6 times 2 gives you 12k, and 6 times 3 gives you 18. So that pretty much equal this. So that means we got the right answer. I hope that helps, and we're going to answer problem number 2 in the next video.